Hello, this is Mrs. Ross, and this is Lesson 16. We're going to talk about U.S. customary units or system and function tables, same as what we did in the Lesson 16 practice set. However, these are the starred problems from the written practice, and you can find the starred problems on page 111 of your Saxon Course 2 textbook. Let's get started. All right, number 1, 44 of the 193 flag. Okay, so we just had to make sure that we got these numbers right. 193 flags of countries around the world do not feature the color red. How many feature the color red? So what I'm going to do is I know that this is total minus 44 that have red is going to give me not red. Okay? Handy dandy calculator. Get 149. That's an interesting fact. I wonder if that's true. All right, number 2. At Henry's Egg Ranch, 18 eggs are packaged in each carton. How many cartons would need to package 4,500 eggs? So if I have a carton, and I have 18 eggs in this carton, and then in the next one I have 18 eggs, so that's 36 eggs. So the next one I have 18 eggs. That's 36 plus 18. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and divide 4,500 by 18 to see how many cartons I need. And I get 250. Okay, so 250 cartons times 18 eggs in each carton should give me 4,500. All right, let's change colors for this next one. Create a function table, and I went ahead and put a table in here for the relationship between cartons and eggs. In the table, show the number of eggs, output. So number of eggs, this is the output. And this is cartons, I want to say carton, input. Okay, so we have one carton is 18. I actually said this out loud a couple seconds ago. 2 cartons is 36. 3, 4, and 5. And I'm going to have to do the math here because basically the rule is that it's cartons times 18 gives me number of eggs. So let's see. 3 times 18 equals 54. I should have known that one. It's early. 4 times 18, 72. So this is 1 times 18. 2 times 18, 3 times 18, 4 times 18, and 5 times 18. I bet it ends in a 0. Oh, 90. 5 times 18. All right, let's go to the next problem. If a coin is flipped once, so a coin has heads and tails. Those are the only 2 outcomes. Which outcome is more likely? Well, neither. They have the same probability. Now, we're talking like a coin that is flat on both sides and of some sort of width that has heads on one side and tail on the other. Now, if you have some weird, strange coin that has some sort of like weird, something like that, it's not going to be 50%, okay? But that's not what we're talking about. We're just talking about a regular coin. Number 5, replace each circle with the proper comparison symbol. Now that means a less than, greater than, or equal to. And what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to find, it's difficult to compare these because they don't have the same denominator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find 5 times 2 is 10. So this is 8/10. So this is equal. And then this is 8/5. So I'm going to have to divide, because we want to be able to compare apples to apples here, the same to the same. 5 goes into 8 once. 5, 3. So on this side I have 1 3/5. This has 1 2/5, so that's going to be greater. All right, number 7. Write each number as a reduced fraction or mixed number. Okay, so here, 8/12, I know 2 goes into both of those. I also know 4 goes into both of those. So I'm going to divide the top and bottom by 4. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 12 divided by 4 is 3, and that's my answer. B, I have 40%, which is 40 per 100. I'm going to cross my zeros out. I get 4/10. I can still reduce it. So I know 2 goes into both of those. 2/5. That's as far as that's going to go. And then C, I have 6 and 10/12. Now I don't want to lose this 6. Nothing's going to happen to it. It's just going to hang out here. Actually, why don't we not let it hang out there and we'll go ahead and reduce 10/12 and then bring the 6 back in. Let's see, 5 doesn't go into both of them. 6 doesn't. 2, maybe? Let's try 2. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So then I can bring this 6 and 5, 6. Don't forget your whole number with these mixed numbers. Number 8, let me go ahead and change colors. For each fraction, find an equivalent fraction. Equivalent fraction means it's really the same thing. That has a denominator of 24. So here, I'm trying to find something times what gives me 20. 6 times what gives me 24. So that's times 4. This is my answer. So denominator of 24. So 8 times what gives me 24? 8 times 3. What I do to the bottom, I do to the top. And then here, 4 times what gives me 24? 4 times 6. Okay. Number 9. Arrange these fractions in order from least to greatest. Explain the steps you use to order the fractions. So the first thing I'm going to do is I need common denominators because I don't know. These fractions kind of look crazy to me. So I need to know I need common denominators so I can compare them. 5/8 and 3/4. So let's see, I need a number that 4 goes into, 8 goes into, and 6 goes into. It's not 12, because 8 doesn't go into 12. Is it 24? They all go into 24, so let's do that. As a matter of fact, we have 5, 6 there. Oh, okay, 3, 8. So I'm going to convert them so they all have a denominator of 24. So this is times 4 is 20. So this is 20 over 24 times 3, this is 15. 15 over 24 times 6, 18. 18 over 24. So I can easily see that it's 15 over 24, 18 over 24, 20 over 24. But I can't leave it like this because this isn't what they gave me. So I have to convert it back or translate it back, I guess you could say. So 15 over 24 is 5/8. 18 over 24 is 3/4. And 20 over 24 is 5/6. All right, change colors. What percent or per 100 of a yard is a foot? So let's go over here. We see that 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. So for A, 1 yard is equal to 3 feet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide 100, because it's per 100, by 3. And that's not going to be pretty. So what you'll see on your calculator is that it's 33. You could say it's 33 1/3%. That's fine. Or if you do it on a calculator, it's 33 and the 3 goes on forever. When that happens, just take it to the first decimal, because we don't need forever of decimals. B. Okay, let me change colors. What fraction of a gallon is a quart? Let's see. So 4 quarts in 1 gallon. So a gallon is 4 quarts, and if I have 1 quart per 4 quarts, then the fraction is 1/4. All right, let's see what we got here. 3 3/4 minus 1 1/4. So I'm going to subtract here. 3 minus 1 is 2/4. 3 minus 1 is 2. And then I'm going to reduce this number. So I need to keep the whole number, 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2, and that's my answer. 19. 3/10 inches plus 8 inches gives me 11 over 10 inches, because I did 3 plus 8. Now I need to divide this out because I can't leave that as an improper fraction. 11 is 1, 10, 1. 1 1/10 inches. All right, let me change colors. All right, so here we're going to multiply across the top. 3 times 1 is 3. And we're going to multiply across the bottom. 4 times 3 is 12. And then we're going to reduce. 3 divided by 3 is 1. I realize this is not starred, but got lots of questions about it. So I want to make sure you know how to do these. Again, 21 I'm going to multiply across the top. I get 12. I multiply across the bottom and I get 6. 6 goes into 12 2 times. 22. Let me change colors. 10,000 divided by 16. Let's see. 10,000. I'm going to go ahead and get close to it with my calculator, but I'm still going to have to... Oh, it's even. 625. Didn't know that. So really you're just dividing like this. Okay? And then 100% divided by 8. So 8 goes into 100 not evenly. So that's 8, 20, that's 2, 16, 4. So if I put a decimal here, I could get 12.5%. Or you could do 12 and you have the 4 left over, 4 over 8 and reduce to 12 and 1/2. Either way. 29. Find a fraction equivalent or the same of 2/3 that has a denominator of 6. So that's my step 1. Then add that to 1/6. What's the sum? Okay, so 2/3 with a denominator of 6. That means I have to multiply 3 times 2. And then I have 4/6. And then it says to add 1/6. I get 5/6. And I think that was our last problem. Yep. All right, if you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, have a great day.